Welcome, my name is Kade McNamara and I'll be your child's health and physical education teacher for this term. The purpose of this Pecka Kucha is to inform you all on why the health and physical education curriculum is of such vital importance in today's educational system. I will also be going over the curricular content that I'll be implementing in the Year 9 Health and Physical Education classes this term. The web links are on the screen for any of you who would like further information on the curriculum. The Health and Physical Education Year 9 curriculum is broken up into two main parts, one being personal, social and community health, and the other being movement and physical activity. In a nutshell, personal, social and community health is the guideline for us to teach our health content, and movement and physical activity is our guideline for physical education content. To give you all a basic sense of what is to be taught over the year, I'll read a small passage from the year level description in the syllabus. Students further develop their ability to make informed decisions, taking into consideration the influence of external factors on their behaviour and the capacity to achieve a healthy lifestyle. In a nutshell, the curriculum is vital to our teaching as it guides us in the content we must teach for each year group for the year. To give you all some context of the Year 9 Health class for the second term of the year, we have a wide range of learners. As we are a public school, we have quite a large class of 25 students. Academically, we have some very advanced students, some who will understand but may need verification at times, and we also have 2 students who have learning difficulties, who will be given as much assistance as possible. In terms of physical education, we have the same class of 25 students. There is again a very mixed variety of ability levels ranging from elite athletes who play at the highest levels of their sport to those who have not fully developed their basic motor skills and have little knowledge of the strategies involved in different sports. And obviously you all know that this being Kelmscott Senior High School, we are in a low socioeconomic area and therefore we do not have the same facilities as private and independent schools. As I have a range of students with different abilities, these students learn differently to one another. Through individual feedback and discussions with the students, I have been able to devise that the class learns best through 4 forms of classwork. For example, in a discussion, a student told me that he learns best through watching movies and taking notes. The 4 forms of classwork that are the most effective in teaching these students are visualizing, writing, listening, and physically doing activities such as role-play scenarios. I have also found that the integration of technology is also a large motivator for students and helps produce the best results. Using these 4 different sources of information and work will ensure maximum efficiency in students retaining the information given to them. For the students with learning difficulties, my assistance might be needed. In health, I can create and find work for them that is suitable to their level of cognitive ability. For example, if we were studying the topic of drugs and the scenarios that could occur, I could give these students a comic book strip of the situation, then go through it with them and ask questions that stimulate the answers that will help them understand and learn. In physical education classes, I can make different drills and games inclusive in many ways. Modifying the rules is one instance of this. In a game of soccer, for example, I can modify the rules to make it that every person in the team must touch the ball before the team can score. This enables every single student to be involved in the game, no matter what their skill level. I can also split the class into ability levels, which the students determine for themselves. This allows the students to work and have fun in groups of their own ability level. In terms of my teaching approach, I use a practice approach, which is where I am the primary decision maker and perform demonstrations for the students to copy. I utilize this approach as I know many students are visual learners. In terms of the sessions that I run, I like to use a game sense approach. Game sense is where we utilize a lot of modified games in our sessions. For example, instead of making the children do a lap of the oval for a warm-up, we will play a game. It makes the sessions more enjoyable and inclusive for all the children. As part of the way I teach, I also like to create SMART goals for the children. For these children in health, my goal for them is to learn enough skills and have enough of an understanding to apply what they have learnt in a real-life context by the end of the term. That is, they will be able to turn down drugs in a confronting situation, understand identity and how it is influenced by society, and they will have greater control when managing their emotions. For those who are in my physical education class, by the end of the term, I want everyone to improve their skills such as movement into positions to get the ball, spatial awareness, and strategies for defending and attacking in different sports. I also want to improve their communication within the sports and expand their social skills for interaction throughout life. This term for physical education, we will be putting much more emphasis on the strategies and team-based skills rather than the sports as a whole. On these slides, you will see exactly how each sport relates and is linked to the curriculum. From weeks 1 to 3, we will be playing soccer and focusing on the curricular descriptor. Tactical skills are used to create and defend space. Here I will use modifier games to teach the tactics of player movement, and will stop the games to make the students reflect on what they are doing. In weeks 4 to 7, we will be playing basketball and volleyball, and we'll be focusing on the curriculum descriptor, transfer of skills and tactics between physical activities. Through games and drills, we will incorporate what we have learned and practiced in the first 3 weeks by applying the strategies of movement and space in a basketball setting. We will also practice things such as defensive and offensive tactics and discuss how these tactics can be transferred across various sports. In weeks 8 to 10, we will be playing footy and focusing on the curriculum descriptor, skills and strategies for effective leadership, including teamwork and motivation. Through fun and competitive games, I will be placing an emphasis on verbal communication between teammates, leadership, and teamwork. This term in health, I am putting a great emphasis on skills that we need as growing people in our society. Weeks 1 to 3 will focus on the curriculum description, identity and health behaviours, with an emphasis on body image, stereotypes, and how the media influences these things. In weeks 4 to 7, I will be teaching the dealing with challenging situations part of the health curriculum. Here we will focus on the different types of drugs and challenging situations, along with communication and refusal skills for if we were in these situations. The students will be engaging in a range of different learning activities such as YouTube videos, role-playing, and brainstorming. In weeks 8 and 9, we will be looking at the curriculum description, managing emotional responses. I will be implementing role-playing, brainstorming, visual and written activities. We will work on strategies for managing emotions in a variety of possible real situations and situations where people might react with extreme emotion and what we can do about it. At the end of the term in week 10, we will have a test which will include 1 sentence and long answer questions. I have implemented this test to ensure that the teenagers have retained the information I have taught them this term. For this term, I have created assessment sheets for each student that I will fill out throughout the semester. I will observe the students and make comments and give a grade. The marking criteria is based off the curriculum content I am covering for the term. For health, at the end of the term, there will be a test with a short and long answer questions to see if the students have gained the knowledge I set for them to learn. In both subjects, I will be giving positive feedback, but at times giving critical feedback to improve learning and performance. In regards to student safety, this is always my number 1 priority. We as teachers have a duty of care that must be fulfilled. The health class will be set out in groups with plenty of space between the desks for students to move about without tripping. In physical education, whether we are on the court or the field, I will always have a look to check for unsafe objects in the playing area. I will also ensure that students warm up effectively so that no muscles are pulled or strained. At the end of the day, we need health and physical education in our schools. It provides students with the real-life skills, knowledge, and attitudes to live long and fulfilling lives that other school subjects simply can't teach. Therefore, in this term, I am teaching the students life skills such as how to manage emotions and refuse drugs. 2 very likely situations that will occur in their lives. If anyone has any further questions, feel free to stay back and ask away. Thank you for all coming, and goodbye.